In today's video, we are going to discuss the 25 things I've put on my summer bucket list for 2019. Hello everybody, and welcome back to my channel. In today's episode, we are going to discuss the 25 things that I have put on my personal bucket list for 2019. This is actually the first time that I have made a bucket list at all. I feel like bucket lists are more like super fun things and less practical things. I'm more of the practical list planner person. But I saw this, I think, on Instagram, and I thought it was such a good idea. So I've made a list. It was kind of long and I narrowed it down to only 25 things. And I thought it would be fun to share it with you today to give you some inspiration to make your summer just a little bit more fun. If I ever look down, I am using my Midori planner to keep my list in order, and that is what I'm going to be going off of for you today. So let's start with item number 1. Grill outside. We have not owned a functioning grill until this summer. And that is only because one of my dear friends let us borrow their briquette grill. I have never used a briquette grill. I've only ever used one of those ones that you like turn, on and off, like a gas one. So I think one, it will be super duper fun to learn how to use a briquette grill. And two, I just love homemade grilled food. It's so good. So we're hoping actually to do our first grilling tonight and then use it a few more times this summer as well to get as much joy as we can out of it. Item number 2, make homemade pizza. Can you tell that I love food? Homemade pizza for me is like homemade all of the things. Homemade dough, homemade sauce, like every single super delicious topping that you can possibly imagine on top of it. For me, that's gonna be sauteed mushrooms, onions, maybe some ground beef, some basil, like heavy on the basil inside of my sauce, and maybe some olives, but only on my side because Scott doesn't like the olives. Item number 3, jump into a body of water. Now we live in the Pacific Northwest, so we actually do live very close to the ocean. It's not that far away, but it is cold, like super cold. I don't know if I'm brave enough to jump into the ocean in this current phase of life, but I would love to jump maybe in a lake, maybe in a river, fully submerge my body, feel the life like in my veins, and get soaking wet. Number 4, go on a picnic. We have, I don't know if I've mentioned yet, but we have a toddler as well as my husband, of course, and so we love to do things outside. There are several things on this list that are outdoor related, like jumping in that body of water, but I think it would be super fun to just get a blanket out and do the whole like quintessential picnic day and enjoy time as a family. Number 5, go see a waterfall. Now again, living in the Pacific Northwest, we are just totally spoiled with the beautiful things that are out in nature, and we have a lot of amazing waterfalls to choose from. We've seen lots already, and there are a few, one specifically that I really want to see. It's called Waterfall Falls if you want to look it up. It's very difficult to get to. We've actually tried once before and almost got our car stuck on the way there. So it would be a big adventure, especially if we bring our toddler with us. But I think it would be super fun. I've always wanted to go, and the pictures that I've seen of it are just stunning. So visit a waterfall, maybe specifically Waterfall Falls. Number 6, this ties in really well with the waterfall. They may happen on the same day, is go on a hike. We love hikes. We've gone on many, many hikes in the area. We are just, like I said, so spoiled to the beautiful nature around us. There are a few hikes that I have had on my exploring list that we haven't done yet that are within a few hours of us, and I think they'd be really fun. I think I would define a hike for me as more than 3 miles, like a good half day, full day hike. So I think that would be super fun to go as a family and spend the whole day. Number 7, pick berries. I have done this now 3 or 4 years in a row. I have gone and picked strawberries with one of my friends. I love it. I love being able to go into my freezer all year and have freshly picked strawberries from that summer to enjoy year-round, even in the dead of winter, to have like my strawberry smoothie or make strawberry jam or have my strawberry in my desserts or whatever it is. It's just so nice to be able to have access to that for the full year. So hopefully some strawberries, maybe something else, some raspberries or blueberries. I think that would be super fun. Number 8, play a card game. Now this might be one of those other ones that for your family you might do all the time, but for whatever reason, our family is not a card game player. I personally love card games. I grew up on card games, but my husband didn't. He grew up with like more board games and stuff like that. And so I think it'd be really fun if we just sat down for an evening and played some low-key card games. Number 9, go to a fair. There's been a few fairs that come around every year. The state fair is super duper fun and very close to where we live. There's one called Ag Fest that I've always wanted to go to, and I think that would be fun. A few carnivals, things like that, county fairs, and I think going to at least one and spending the day there, getting a little bit of a sunburn, you know, enjoying the day at a fair. Number 10, visit a splash pad. Now this one will be very specific to people with children. I don't know that a splash pad, if you're single, will be quite as fun, but with a toddler in our lives and she just loves playing in the water, I think going to a splash pad would be awesome. We have a few. We live very close to downtown where we live, and there are a few splash pads within walking distance of us, and it gets a little bit hot here in the summers. Not terribly hot, I know, not as hot as like Texas or anything like that, but it does get warm. And so spending a day at a splash pad would be super fun. Number 11, go to an outdoor concert. I have actually only ever been to one concert in my whole life, like an official one. But I've been to several outdoor concerts because they're a little bit cheaper, they're just a lot more fun, great atmosphere, and so I think going to an outdoor concert, especially like a local one, finding some like a local band that's playing would be great and an awesome way to spend the evening. Number 12, visit a farmer's market. This one for me will be super easy to check off the list. I go to a farmer's market 2 to 3 times a month. I try to go every week. When it's in season, it doesn't happen all year round, so I really enjoy having the local vegetables and fruits available for my family, and I just love farmer's market, especially when you like get the fresh bouquet of flowers, or you know, you're walking around all hipster with your organic vegetables in your reusable bag, and I don't know, it's super fun. Number 13 is plan a staycation. I have never planned a staycation. I don't really know what a staycation even really looks like besides like a vacation at home, but what's the difference between that and just like not doing stuff for a weekend? I'm not sure. I feel like a staycation needs to be fun with like popcorn and movie and maybe like some sort of activity. I'm not sure. I think it'll be super fun though. Maybe we can like build a fort, sleep downstairs instead of upstairs. I don't know, something to make it special, but I think it would be great for our family. We have introverted tendencies, so having a staycation will be good for us, I think, once the summer kind of rolls along and we just start to feel that midsummer burnout, to plan a staycation. Number 14 is collect seashells. I felt like this one is a really fun one. It's more unique than just go to the beach. We love the beach. Like I said, we live very close to the beach, so it's not that far of a drive, and we're just beach people, even though it's not really a beach, it's more of a coast because it's so cold. But we just love the ocean, and so collecting some seashells, I think that'd be fun, especially to do it with our daughter. Number 15, make s'mores. I don't know about you, but I love to make s'mores. We have a campfire, like a little fire pit in our backyard that would be great for that. I especially love it when we have friends over. We could do this camping as well. Just either way, I love being able to make s'mores by the fire. Which leads me to number 16, sit by a fire. Now I'm gonna try making s'mores and sitting by a fire to make those separate, and I have to do it at least 2 separate times, sitting by a fire. But I just love that feeling when it's like a little too late at night and you guys are all cozy around the fire and it's starting to get cold outside, and the conversations around the fire are just so much better. I don't know why, but like the atmosphere and the ambiance, and I don't know, it's just so great. So as often as we can make it happen, sit by a fire. Number 17, eat corn on the cob. We actually have corn on the cob in our fridge right now. I knew that this was on my bucket list, so I bought some hopefully to grill tonight. But that's just such a summer thing, like eating watermelon, eating corn on the cob. It's that time of year when corn is in season. Well, almost, it's a little bit early, but I just love corn on the cob, and there's so many different ways you can make it, and it's a very seasonal thing for me that reminds me of summer. Number 18, go someplace new. This might happen with the like visit a waterfall or go to a new hike. it might fill that bucket list item as well. But I think it would be fun also to like plan a road trip to someplace new. Go visit a town we've never been to. Try something new we've never been to, someplace far away from where we live presently. Like go someplace and experience something new. Number 19, go to a museum. This one will be hard with kids, like with our toddler, unless it's a kids museum. There's one in where we live, and there's one not too far away from here, just north of us, that is amazing, that we've been to once with our daughter and we could go to again now that she's a little bit older. So 2 children museum options, and then I think it'd be fun to maybe try an art museum. I've only been to a few and they're like real hit and miss. It depends on like the mood you're in sometimes. You gotta be in the right mood to enjoy an art museum, depending on who you are. Number 20, play frisbee. This can happen with our going to picnic. Hopefully maybe they can be done at the same time. I hate frisbee. I'm really, really bad at it. I don't like it. I don't like doing things I'm really, really bad at because no matter how much I try, I don't get better. Like I'm just bad at frisbee. But my husband loves it so much. He loves especially to play frisbee golf, and he's got his own discs. He just loves it so much. So I would love for him to fill his little love tank on his bucket list to go frisbee golfing as a family this summer. Number 21 is go camping. Our church congregation hosts several different camping experiences over the summer. One of them we won't be in the area for, and the other one is just a little bit further away. We're not sure if we'll be able to make it with a toddler, but I love camping, and I've only done it once since our daughter has been born, maybe twice. So that's just a whole new experience. Camping when you're all by yourself or, you know, married. Not super hard, but going with children is just different. It's a little more difficult, but also a lot more fun that you just get to experience it through their eyes, and it will be great. Number 22, we are getting down to the end of the list. Watch a sunset. Also one of those things like sitting by a campfire, it's just the moment. It's so romantic. I don't know what it is, especially when you're on the beach and watching the sunset over the ocean. Oh, it's just, I love those moments. And the temperature is that perfect temperature where it's not too hot and it's not too cold. It's just like, it's just a perfect moment. It's so great. I would love to experience that at least one time this summer. Number 23, paint something. Now this is for my artistic soul. Not everyone is going to have this on their bucket list, but I used to really enjoy painting. I painted with acrylics and I loved it, and I just haven't done it. I haven't had the time to invest in painting. It takes an amount of time to get a painting started and finished and let it dry and all that stuff. It is a process and it takes more than one day, so it would be like an ongoing thing to work on this summer. So I think that'd be great. It would be good for my soul, and I like to art. So finding an outlet to do that, not just in my journals and in my planner, but actually like an actual piece of art, I think would be really great. Okay, second to last, number 24, go to a pool. We don't have a pool membership, and we don't live in an apartment complex, so we don't have like access to a pool. So we just have to find one or pay the money to get into one. But like I said, we have a toddler, so all these experiences are new and exciting again for us, like going to a pool when you're a teenager or whatever. It's just go to a pool, it's fun. But we have only been in a pool with our daughter a few times, and I think it'd be just such a fun moment to bring her now that she's a little bit older and able to, like, you know, actually swim around a little bit. And last but not least, go to a beach. I know I mentioned the seashells one already, so maybe this will have to be the one is going to the beach for seashells and one is going to the beach just to go to the beach. But since the beach is so close and we all as a family love the beach just so much, I'm hoping that we can visit a couple of times this summer. So that is my list of 25 things on my bucket list for this summer of 2019. What on that list really spoke to you and you're excited about and you want to add to your summer bucket list? And also, what is on your list that I could add to my list? Because I am not afraid. I've got room in here to add a few more things. So what would you add to your bucket list? Comment down below, and if you're interested in more videos like this, feel free to hit the subscribe button, and we will see you in the next video.